Emmy award-winning John Mulaney presents Everybody's in L.A., a special run of 6 live episodes created by and starring Mulaney that'll stream live on Netflix during the Netflix is a Joke Fest. The comically unconventional show will feature special guests where John Mulaney explores the city of Los Angeles during a week when every funny person is in it. Watch John Mulaney Presents Everybody's in L.A., debuting May 3rd live at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, only on Netflix.
Pulling up to Mickey D's just for drinks? Oh yeah, that's me. Nothing extra, just perfection and a straw. Coming in hot for the coldest cups on the block. Because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Ever combine an ice-cold frozen Coke with piping hot fries? Try frozen drinks any size for $1.49. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I couldn't do that job because I would have to be nice to people, and I'm not the one.
Yeah, why start today?
And now, Cheese Wits.
Oh.
What was that noise?
I don't know. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay. I'm reading stuff that's making me giggle from friends. All right.
Think Chris remembers today's the day?
No, come on. Come on, Jess.
And he doesn't get the notification, I guess. The ring.
Oh my word.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
That good, huh?
What's happening?
Let me get rid of it.
Did you just wake up from a nap? Because that's what you sound like.
No, not
Me?
at all.
Chris was putting his sexy voice on. No, not at all. Hello, it's me, Chris. Let's see.
You want me to start singing some Al Green record? Boys? Cool.
You can throw on some. No, how about some Albie Shore?
Come on, Wally, get in there.
Get a little Albie Shore going.
No, I don't talk about night and day.
You know, speaking of Albie Shore, where have all those crooners from the mid 80s gone, the late 80s?
They died.
They're all gone. Like Albie Shore, the Tony, that was a little later, but all those guys who sort of sang in that genre have just, they didn't make it. They
vaporized.
They didn't have longevity. No longevity. What song did I hear the other day when DeBarge?
DeBarge.
I was in a Home Depot.
This fucker got a hard on listening to Who's Holding Down Now.
I was shocked to hear that song, particularly in a Home Depot.
Oh, well, there's a little bit of estrogen in there now. Lionel Richie, Penny Lover is coming up too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that song. I like the Lionel Richie. I like the Lionel Richie. I had a friend in college who did just a spectacular Lionel Richie impression. Tony did he did fabulous Lionel Richie impression, and I like to say Lionel, just like I like to say McDonald's. It's just in
just
me.
like Jess likes to say the Microsoft.
I do like to say the Microsoft when I'm looking at the Facebook.
Yes, the Facebook. Hey,
the facial page.
Mm-hmm.
I delivered. Here's a new business opportunity, you guys.
Oh, fuck.
I delivered something the other day called reflective glass. Reflective glass is for
a mirror.
It's also known as a mirror.
No. It's reflective glass for your outdoor fire pit. So it makes a little sparkly because those are all propane, so they really don't dance or do anything. It's just
that is really fucking specific.
Yeah.
So wait,
is
what
it for people
is,
who just don't know what to spend their money on?
You guys are so close to what it actually is.
All right.
It's a big bucket that costs $35
Yeah.
It's like one of those big restaurant mayonnaise jars full of broken glass, a mirror glass, just broken. That's all it is.
I believe it.
Someone spent $35 on a mayonnaise jar full of broken glass.
Wow.
And you delivered it.
Yeah, I did. I absolutely did. I delivered it.
Mercy, Jesus.
So I've decided I'm going to start riding around to yard sales and the such, and buy up and get all those free old mirrors and just start smashing them and put them in a mayonnaise jar and sell them for $35.
I think you should.
Stupid as shit. It's just like that. Listen, I buy stupid shit, but I'm not buying broken mirrors. I'm just not.
Maybe you should.
$35 for a broken mirror? Good God. How much bad luck is in that jar? You know that propane thing is exploding at some point.
That's the thing. If you try to get into that business model, you're just setting yourself up for bad luck.
You kind of are. Another thing. Cheyenne used to go to these things where you break stuff. Have you ever heard of those breaking rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That these are big money makers that cost nothing to get into business with. The insurance must be pretty costly.
Well, yeah, because they're handing sledgehammers to people.
Yeah, sledgehammers, rocks. I think she went in with a bucket of rocks, and there was like tea sets and stuff set up, and you just start smashing shit.
Smash TVs and cars and
yeah, TVs and shit and computer screens, and I mean they take all the important shit out, the anything that will explode and blow back in your face. But man, we are just a frustrated group of folk.
Would they take me out of the room because I could blow back in your face?
Yeah, they might have to go in and take out the pertinent parts so you don't blow back too much.
Oh dear, they're going to go and pull out the decummer. Okay.
Hey, last we spoke, you were on your way to a physician again.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go?
That was fine. But they still don't know what the hell's wrong. Whatever's happening is shooting more and more down my leg. So the next stop is another doctor. Tomorrow is Dr. Wu, Dr. Willie Wu, tomorrow morning. And that'll be at 10:30 as they, my one doctor says, I want to send you to somebody who's not going to want to cut into you immediately and figure out what's wrong. I said, okay, that's good. Cause I don't want to get cut. Okay. All right. Wow. So Dr. Willie Wu tomorrow. 10:30.
How considerate.
That is nice of him.
How nice. There'll be no cutting of you.
So they have no idea what's wrong with you, though.
They keep saying it's bursitis, but it's more than that because it's going down my knee. And like when I pull my leg back to put a sock on, I can only get it from, let's say 0 degrees is straight down. I can only get it to about 25, 30 degrees. And it feels like something inside from my hip to my knee is about to snap.
Oh,
yeah. See, you've gotten, I have the same, not the same affliction, but I have an affliction close where I have to sometimes lift my leg up into the car. My knee is so fucking in pain that I have to reach down and pick my leg up. Well, I told you at the time a woman thought I had the fake leg.
Yeah.
But I do have to reach down. It's so in pain.
That's right. But yeah, I don't have to reach down and pull it up, but when I get in the car, sometimes I'll sit down and go, oh, fuck. So,
but you're up in the thigh area, right? Hip to thigh, hip to knee.
Yeah, it's hip to knee.
Yeah, I'm knee to ankle, me. Between us, we got a good leg.
One good leg.
Between you and we have one good. If we get a peg, we'll be all set. We can have a peg.
Say hi to Peggy.
And a good leg on the other side.
From the Microsoft.
Hello, this is Peggy from the Microsoft.
The weather is so fabulous today.
82 and sunny here.
Yeah.
82.
84 here.
82.
Lots of sunshine.
What?
Yep.
Oh no, I think it's probably like 65 here. I don't. It's not in the 70s. I don't think it's in the 70s. No, it's not in the 70s. I was just outside doing some when you just before you buzzed in. I was outside sitting on the porch doing a little bit of gas work. And when I say
is that
gas,
what your
Chris
kids
does
call
gas
it now?
work all the time.
This is not a
say.
euphemism for Chris. It's his type of gas work. I was doing some propane work. I'm hooking. I got a new generator, so I'm incorporating the generator into my house propane tank, and I'm doing some gas plumbing, as it were, putting in some quick connects and upgrading from 3/8 of an inch up to half. You know, man stuff, woman stuff. I'm doing. You know what? I'm doing man stuff in my house. That's man stuff. Crocheting, my wife does. I take care of the gas. So the man stuff in my house is that.
I feel like gas work in most houses
It's man
is
work.
attributable to the men.
It's man work. So, well, what do you know? We finally found something that in the gender whatever world we're in, men can hold on to. Gas work still belongs to men. Fantastic. How outstanding.
Yeah.
So, it seems like we've been away forever.
Yeah, we have been.
Yeah, because I didn't I call you last Wednesday just to say, hey, ain't you supposed to be?
And I was Wally calls me, and the way he said, when I answered the phone, the way he says Jessica, as if I am somehow wrong about something. And I said, Wally.
Wait.
And he said, aren't we supposed to be recording an episode today? And I was just thinking about this earlier today. The time that you called me was an hour after we would have started.
Yeah, well, I was waiting by. I was
for
waiting
60
by
minutes.
saying, maybe I was wrong. But I got it. So it's sort of like when you put the chocolate bar on the table, you tell the kid not to touch it.
Uh-huh.
And they go so long trying not to. So that was me. I saw the 4:00 come and I was like, oh man, it's and I just kept waiting saying, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I can't handle it anymore.
And
I
you
have to
thought
call
after
Jess.
a whole hour, we were still going to salvage something?
No, I don't know. Who knows? I'm not pushy. You know this. I'm not a pushy guy.
No. Also, you're
So I
not putting
waited an
stuff on
hour.
your calendar.
Huh?
I said, also, you're not putting stuff on your calendar.
What calendar?
Exactly.
I don't have a calendar. What are you drinking? A Diet Coke?
Yep.
Yeah, I've switched over to the Coke Zero. I don't like it so much, but I like it better than the diet. I actually don't like any of the diet sodas,
I like Diet Coke.
but I like a little fizz with a little taste now and again.
Yep. Same.
Because I wish there was more taste in the seltzer waters. They're not very tasty.
It just depends on what you get, because the ones that I got by accident that time that Kroger screwed up my delivery, those are super tasty. Those
What were
really
they?
Joy something? Seltzer
Oh.
Joy?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a Google search for that or see if they have it on Amazon, because I think Jody just got bubbly. Not very tasty.
I've not tried that one.
No, it's not.
No, it's not
Some
very
of them
tasty.
taste like they were made in a room next to the thing that they were supposed to be flavored by. Like they were just hoping the fumes from the thing would get into the water somehow.
An essence of sorts.
Like they had it was supposed to be flavored by lemon. They had a lemon sitting next to it and a fan blowing. And they were like, this is going to definitely work.
Yes, I would drink more seltzer water instead of soda if it was more flavorful.
Mm.
Because I can drink
I don't like
water
seltzer.
all day long.
I didn't used to
seltzer's
like
not good.
seltzer water, but I do now with only certain brands. One of them is that Joy, whatever. And the other one, believe it or not, is just the Kroger brand.
Yeah, I
It's super
believe it.
flavorful.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna maybe I'll try the store brand.
Yeah.
Because they're just not even the Poland Spring, not very flavorful.
I have not tried the Poland Spring seltzer.
And I count on them to be, because I want something flavorful, especially when I'm driving a lot. I need to drink a lot. I need to hydrate, and I need something flavorful because water gets boring after a while.
Hey, did you guys see the big news about non-competes?
Yeah, I think it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
The FTC has banned them. They've passed a law. There's a law that non-competes are not a thing anymore. And not only that, any company that has their employees under a non-compete has to notify them that they're not going to try to enforce it.
So have you ever 20 years ago when I needed it?
Yeah.
Have you ever worked under? Oh, so you worked under a non-compete, Chris?
Several. Yeah.
I ignored mine.
Oh yeah.
Well, I didn't have to ignore the last one I had was in Frederick, and the non-compete, we talked about this, the non-compete only extended to stations in Frederick. So
right, not the one in Middletown.
Yeah. Well, not like if I'm going to leave.
Oh, right.
If I'm going to leave this station in this small market for another job, do you think it's going to be in fucking Frederick, Maryland? No.
No, because only two companies own stations there, right?
But is it going to be down the road an hour to Washington, D.C. or to Baltimore? Quite possibly, but you didn't include that in my non-compete. So have a great day.
And I had I had back-to-back non-competes. I ignored them both, and only one of them called me on it. And I said, "Fuck you, come after me." And they never did.
Yeah,
because this is a beautiful. The other problem, this state is right to whatever work. It is, a right to work state.
Yeah,
I think, but I think it's good to get rid of those fucking non-competes.
Yeah,
I think it's those things that they do to restrict people's ability to earn a living. There's all kinds of things that companies do this shit, from getting rid of unions to the non-competes to just all this bullshit is nuts. I was listening to something today. They were talking about, I don't know the company. They didn't say the company, I think, but when you got hired, you signed a I think this was factory work time. You signed a letter of resignation on your hiring, so that if they wanted to let you go.
Oh no, shit.
Yes,
that's legal.
Yeah, well, no. I think this was right around. I think this was in the 60s when they were trying to bust up unions big, and unions were starting to get a really strong foothold in with larger companies. Yeah, so you signed a resignation on the spot when you got hired, and if you didn't sign it, you didn't get hired. How
that seems fair.
That would you say, Chris, seems fair? Is it?
That seems fair.
It's so nuts. I fucking don't get it. I really don't get it.
They always want to fuck you no matter what.
Hey, by the way, my Walmart, they are not getting rid of the what you got. But I did read the story, Jess, that you talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
About Walmart
getting rid of the self
phasing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the self checkout. So mine hasn't yet, but I did read that there are a couple of states where Walmart is phasing it out.
I just saw in the neighborhood Facebook group that the Walmart near me that I have not been to in, I don't know, probably a year, that it's been remodeled and it's fully staffed. Because somebody posted about it and was like, I couldn't believe it. I hate going to that Walmart, but I actually had a nice experience there today.
Yeah, see,
well, shit.
Yeah.
I want to have a nice experience when I go, because I'm trying so hard, or I go out of my way to visit brick and mortar stores, because I like going into and I particularly really like Main Street. I like little shops. They're always overpriced compared to big giant stores, but I like them because I like the ambiance. I like the personal hello, how are you? I own this shop, so you're going to get some service when you walk in. I like that shit. And so when I go to Walmart, I like it. They don't have a greeter anymore. In our Walmart, no greeter. All they got is the person who wants to check your receipt or your bags on your exit.
Yeah,
and I always did the same thing. Fuck you.
I think that's the same with ours too. I've been to a Walmart recently, I think. Just not the one close to me. I don't know where I would have gone to one, but in Texas. I went to the one in Texas.
Did they have a greeter?
I don't think so.
I think they've gotten rid of the greeter. I liked the greeters. We used to have one in the Walmart where we go here. He was in a wheelchair. He had one leg, and he was the most enjoyable, happy guy when you came in. Hey, how are you? He was he was so into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was into it for a couple of reasons. One, he was way differently abled and had a full-time gig.
Yeah.
Because he was a full-time greeter. That's what he did. And he was there all the time. It wasn't like you saw him Tuesday for 3 hours. He was there Monday through Friday. That guy was there. And then there used to be an old guy whose name was Romeo at one of the greeters. And he was just the friendliest, just soft-spoken. He was about 75 years old. Never sat down, just walked around and said, "Hey, how are you?" He was just a nice guy. And now it's just the fucking curmudgeons who say, "You got a receipt?" "Yeah, I do. Have a good day. See you later." And they try to stop you. And like we've said it 100 times, do not stop for those fuckers ever.
Nope.
I don't even make eye contact with them. I pretend I can't see them.
Yeah. Well, you haven't changed much.
Jen has gone as far as, "Do you want to see my receipt?" "Yes, please." "Well, tough shit."
Oh, good for her. Yeah, my wife is a little more accommodating. So if we go together to the Walmart, I will say, "Let me have the receipt," and I'm going to push the card out because I don't want her to stop. Yeah, I don't want her to because it's so insulting.
Mm-hmm.
To ask you either to check out and not supply fucking bags.
And the same thing at Sam's Club, only worse because you have to wait in a line to get out. Yeah. Because the person has to check all your stuff.
But in a Sam's Club, though, you have to because it's a club. Part of the membership dues are you got to show your shit. Right?
Part of the membership dues is you have to show the card to get in, and then you have to show the card to check out. So I should not have to show the card again to leave the store or to show my receipt to leave the store.
Agree. The same thing at the BJ. It's the BJ's is funny. And even at the Sam's Club, they're funny. You got 130 items. They're looking at your receipt going 130. Yeah, you counted all 130 items in the 4 seconds I stood here.
You know, they have a thing now where you can check out on the app. So you can check out from the middle of the store and it's paid for and just walk out, except that you still have to show them your phone.
Yeah.
Well, what are they looking at? I mean,
I don't know, Jesse,
unless I have a TV.
You don't like it, you don't shop there. Go somewhere else. You don't like my rules, you go shop somewhere else. It's fine.
But what are they even looking at? Like if I have a TV in the car, sure, look on my receipt to make sure the TV's on there. Fine. But if I have 47 packages of random chips and veggies and whatever, what are you looking at?
I could never do that job. I'd be sitting there and, let's put me in a Walmart somewhere in the middle of Alabama. Somebody's walking out. "I see your receipt, ma'am." "Yeah, here you go." "Oh, man, you have some nice jugs on you, honey. Have a good day."
I'm not sure I could do that job because I'm not sure I'd be wanting to try to catch anybody doing anything wrong.
I couldn't do that job because I would have to be nice to people and I'm not the one.
Yeah, why start today?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I got to tell you that they're not nice at the Walmart. And wouldn't it be better served instead of having, because at one of the exits they have 2 people, instead of having 3 or 4 people checking people's carts, wouldn't it be better just to fucking open up 4 fucking places where you could check people out so you wouldn't have to worry about fucking checking carts?
But also, if you're really concerned about people stealing shit, Kroger has a security guard that stands out inside the door as you're walking out. He doesn't check my receipt. He doesn't check to make sure everything in my cart is paid for. But he's there. If they're worried about people stealing shit.
On the way out the door.
Do what?
He's checking out your ass on the way out the door.
No, I do. Oh, but the other day when I was at the Kroger, and I went at a different time because this past weekend was It was the St. Jude race weekend. And I didn't do the race, but some of my former teammates did. And so they were in town and I spent the weekend with them. And so I went to grocery. Yeah, there's a story there too, because Chris got some text from me.
Yes, I did. Or that old lady.
Yeah.
Wow.
On Sunday, I did my grocery shopping later in the afternoon instead of in the morning. And so my friend was with me. And we get almost to the end of the store. So we're at like the dairy and cheese and everything. And I'm getting like the last thing. And I'm just really focused on that. And out of the corner of my eye, it's like I hear this guy go, "Excuse me." And he's like gesturing. And I look up and he mouths the words, "Are you single?" at me. And I went, "What?"
What?
And he whispered it, "Are you single?" So I went, "Am I single?" And he nodded yes. And I went, "No." And I turned around and walked away.
Oh. But, so what do you think? Was that a better way to do it than to follow you around the store and stalk you like the other guy?
For sure, but I don't want it done at all. I'm not there trying to find a man.
No, but I mean, some people are.
Well,
I guess you got to wear a shirt that says "I'm not single,"
or go out of your way to make eye contact with somebody. Because literally, the only reason I noticed this man was standing there is because he was trying to get my attention. If I'm looking for a man, don't you think I'd be looking around at people?
I don't know what your game is. I don't know.
Well, apparently, my game is minding my own fucking business.
Yeah,
buying groceries. That's my game.
It seems to be working pretty well for you.
Are you single?
And why was he whispering?
I don't know. That was weird.
That's.
But I got so much joy out of going, "Am I single?"
Where was your friend?
She was standing off to the side, just waiting for me because I was on the last thing. So she was like a few feet away, and when I went, "No," I walked toward her, and she went, "Did he just say what I thought he said?"
Why didn't she walk up to you and snuggle?
I don't.
She should have walked up and snuggled.
I might have peed myself in the middle of the store. She
might.
That would have been, well, he might have liked that. He might have said, "Well, that's exactly what I was looking for, baby. I'm looking for a single golden. That's what I'm wanting."
Ew.
God, you get hit on so much.
I really don't, though.
Well, you get followed in sort of a little bit. You had the one guy for several weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got Whisperin Bill Anderson.
Well, I'm probably not going to see Whisperin Bill again because that's not the time I ever go to the store.
You know, okay. Bill Anderson, do you remember the old Nashville Network? You ever remember watching that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like years ago, before, I mean, like late 80s, early 90s. You always had Bill Anderson.
Was that with Lori Ann Crook? Was that them?
Oh, Crook and Chase were on at that point. Yeah, but you got Bill Anderson coming on. Every commercial break it. "Well, hello, friends. This is Bill Anderson for Po Folks Restaurants. And we got so much good food at the Po Folks that we need you to come down." I mean, what the fuck was that? The Po Folks?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the Po Folks. Do you?
I remember one song from Whisperin Bill Anderson. I know he had quite a few, but there was a song that he sang. I think it was called "Take 'Em Fishing," and it was about having a kid, and if you wanted to be your friend, you got to take him fishing. It was just a song about spending time with your son. That's what it was about.
Well,
but
today that song will be redone as blowjobs.
Right.
So. Now, if you want to go fishing, that means blowjobs in the corner. Hi, it's Whisperin Bill Anderson here. Bill Anderson hosted a fucking game show on the Nashville Network.
He did?
He did?
Yeah, it was. Now, if you want to Google the shit out of this or go to YouTube, look for Bill Anderson Fandango.
That was the name of the show?
It was called Fandango. And Bill Anderson hosted it, and it was some of the worst fucking programming you'll ever see in your life.
Huh, there he is.
Yeah, starring Edgar the Talking Jukebox and Bill Anderson.
And Blake Pickett as co-host in 1987.
Oh, that's the late ones. The early ones was just Bill on his own, and it looked like somebody was on the stage at a high school, not at the Ryman.
Charlie Chase was the voice of Edgar the Talking Jukebox.
There you go.
Oh, no, wait. Charlie Chase had often been identified as the voice of Edgar the Talking Jukebox.
But he wasn't.
But Bill Anderson's autobiography names the voice as being his longtime friend, radio announcer Bill Robinson.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. And what's funny is Bill Anderson, I met Bill a few years ago.
He's alive?
Yeah. And
he's dead now, I think, isn't he?
Not unless he died in the last couple of years. Hold on.
No, he's still alive.
I think he's still alive because he's at the Opry every weekend.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
37.
Yeah, he's 86 years old.
Me.
My Lord.
Yep, he's still alive. He's 86.
I love his 80s hair in his IMDb photo.
Dude, that is Bob Barker hair right there.
Yeah.
That is 80s Bob Barker hair. It's like they just put it on top of him.
It's outstanding. It's absolutely. And then he's also got a picture of him. He looks a little like a young Merle Haggard in another picture. Remember when those guys all had that respectable hair? They look so different from country artists of today.
Oh, let's talk about Porter Wagner's hair. No, that was some fucking hair.
They had fucking great hair. It was all coiffed, and they even wore ties and shit and suits when they sang. So it's such a different vibe today.
What are those?
Every part of everything is a different vibe today, Wally.
Well, I just think. I think that pop music has always been sort of, hey, we're going to sing stuff that's on the edge. We're going to have our sappy shit. But country seemed to try to be very, we are of the people and we don't sing about bad stuff unless we're Tammy Wynette and George Jones and a couple of long hairs. We'll sing about divorce and shit. No, it's such a, I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's to look at how it's changed. Because pop music hasn't really changed. I mean, it's always been sort of,
the current CHR is shit. Okay?
The music is shit. I agree with you.
Country, I think, is the new CHR, and AC is the new hot AC.
Yeah, everything goes in cycles.
Yeah,
that's the cycle we're in.
And I guess I listen to the oldies CHR because I listen to the oldies country station, which oldies country. In this market, Jess, is shit that you and I were playing as currents.
Yeah.
Right. It's weird, right?
It is weird.
It's weird to feel like, hey, they're playing I like the music they're playing in the Kroger. It's an oldie. It's a 30-year-old song. Oh, fuck.
It's a classic
hit.
Yeah.
It's a classic hit. I wonder if country's worried because you know they wail on Taylor Swift. I wonder if they're thinking that like she's somehow doing something, and with Beyonce now in it, that when she crosses over, she's fucking up country music the way they used to say Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers were fucking it up because we're crossing over into the pop field for a while.
Well, Taylor Swift is fully pop now, so
yeah, but
absolutely,
so
yeah. I'm sorry, yes, but I'm wondering if that's why they had such a fucking hard time, or they hated her so much.
Worried about that are the people who want to insist that country music can only be one thing.
Well, and the country now, who's that lady? Bianchi?
Yeah,
Bianchi, who's done some sort of country record that I hear. Bianchi, you say?
Yeah, Bianchi.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think she's she's exotic. She's Bianchi.
Oh, Bianchi.
Is she still number one? Is she number one on country?
She was for a minute. I don't think she still is. I think I'm off this week, but I heard Shabuzi is the new number one.
What is
Shabuzi?
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
It sounds like something I do in the toilet around 11 p.m. if I'm not satisfied.
Is that an artist or a song?
It's an artist, and I guess he went viral on TikTok, and so he's of the moment.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. You're on the rag? Fine. I'm going to go in the bathroom and Shabuzi.
Wait, I got to look. Shabuzi. I don't even know how to spell Shabuzi. Shabuzi and Beyonce make history as a bar song. Tipsy replaces Texas Hold'em. Is it a duet?
No, he replaced Beyonce at number one.
Okay. She played
Shabozy.
saxophone on top of country. God damn. Well, if it's good music, it's good music.
Mhm.
But I wonder if it's just is it just trendy stuff? Do you think it's just not trendy? Trendy is the wrong word. I don't want to say
Trending.
trendy. Yeah, trending. No, but it's not even where I want to go with it.
So you think it's a fad?
There you go, fad like college lesbianism. You got it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. First of all, I'm a big fan of college lesbianism. I don't think it's gone anywhere. Okay. I don't think that was a fag. I think that a fag. Jesus Christ.
Oh man!
Wow. If that wasn't Freudian, I don't know what was.
Oh boy!
Lord.
Oh, good thing this isn't the 6 o'clock news.
Good God.
You'd be fired before the end of the show.
I don't think it was a fad. Okay. Oh my God. I think I laughed so hard I peed a little.
Oh Lord! Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
No, I don't think it's a fad. I think it's a viral moment.
All
That's
right,
all.
there you go. All right.
I'm just wondering if you think if it's fad like or it's just
No,
viral.
I think
moment
it's a viral moment, and I think that it's a conversation that's being had. So should radio play the song? Yeah. Should they keep it in rotation forever? Probably not.
No, it probably will not be in the gold cycle.
No, but to be part of what's happening in pop culture, they should definitely be playing it.
Yeah, I'm going to release a song next week. I hope they play it.
Good luck with that. Do you know how to find TikTok or?
I mean, it has to be good.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it has to be decent music. It can't just be shit by somebody who's popular. Hey, I just put something out here. Play it.
I mean, that's all pretty subjective. But yeah.
Have you listened to the Shabozy song?
I have not because I've been otherwise occupied for the last week.
I am interested in hearing the Shabozy song. Not right now. I'm going to listen to the Shabozy song because he looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He looks.
So anyway, back to St. Jude weekend.
Yeah.
So my former team, my friends have kept the team name going. They were the 4th highest fundraising team in the country, with only 2 of them raising almost $30,000.
Wow.
And so they invited me to go with them to the songwriters dinner that they have the night before the race every year.
Wait a minute. You went with him?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, that's how I saw the troll. She was
that's
at the
No, I don't know anything about the troll. What's going on with the troll thing? This is something I wasn't shared.
We've talked about the troll before.
Yes, I've heard of the troll.
She was the one who really started all of the venom about us splitting the teams after I left WFRE.
Right.
And she has not worked there in several years.
But she's still part of the group?
Well, I don't know, because my friends actually looked on the team roster and she wasn't listed as part of the team, but she was there last year and she was there this year. And she, this year, one of the original team members who had joined when it was my team, passed away since last year. And I think she had cancer or something. And so the troll was there and was asked to get up on stage and introduce some sort of scholarship or something that they were doing in the name of this woman who had died. And she got up there and said things like, when we were approached to start this team, this woman was the first one to sign up. And I'm sitting there going, okay, I know she didn't expect me to be at this thing when she was going to co-opt my story. And I don't need credit because everybody in that room knows that I started that team. I don't need her to say when Jess Wright was approached to, I don't need that. But she was completely revising the history of the team to suit her narrative. And that kind of pissed me off.
Did you want to hit her?
Well, I always want to hit her.
Oh, yes.
But I did not hit her. What I did do is I texted Chris and said, she's here. And he said, how does she look? So I snuck a picture of her.
And then she sent me a picture.
Yeah.
And how did she look? Like a troll?
Well, no. She used to be, the last time I saw her at least, she was probably one of the most fit people I'd seen. You know, a little bigger, but fit. She was right. Tight in the right spots. Well,
the diplomat.
I mean, Jess,
because
I
also was much fitter back then. So,
well, you were.
So body shaming is not a thing I'm going to participate in, even for her.
Well, I know you're not going to participate in it, but I'm just going to say she is not in the shape that she was, and she looks like she's eating a sixth grader. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Maybe a fifth grader. Maybe I'm being too harsh. But she also no, maybe 2/3. I don't know, but I'm sure she's a very pleasant person, very nice, and we wish her the best in her future endeavors.
None of that.
I don't wish her the best.
Oh, I don't know.
None of that's true.
This girl had a voice, Wally. This girl's voice would kill you. She sounded like fucking what's the guy the gay guy in Independence Day? God, what the hell is this?
Oh.
The one that talks like this?
Firestein.
Firestein. Yeah.
Firestein. Yeah, Harvey Firestein.
Yeah, she sounds like Firestein.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Like, 100%.
Like
a little bit squeakier, though.
Like she's been smoking filterless Pall Malls for 30 years.
Basically, maybe like Jess said, a little squeakier, but she was she literally sounds like, you know, oh, our friend died, and when we put this team together, and you know, she was the first one. She was the first one that came. Am I close, Jess?
You're close.
Okay.
What? Did anybody? So you were there?
Yeah.
Did anybody say anything to you about it after?
No.
Did anybody say, "What is that bitch talking about"?
No, nobody said that. But like anybody who's been in that room for more than a year knows the story. Like, it was either last year or the year before, they asked me to come up on stage and tell the story. I said I started Team Snarky when I was at WFRE. And then I pointed at their team and said, shout out Team WFRE.
Now, how is the troll even associated with us? She's not working there anymore.
No, I mean, anybody can sign up to be on the team, and they had a really big team, and they were the top fundraising team this year. And so, I mean, she could have signed up on the team, but she wasn't. So I don't know what she was doing there. The team is being captained now by one of the salespeople. Remember Daphne?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Daphne is the captain, and she's super nice. I love her a lot. And their GM was there. I can't remember his name, but he's super nice. He says nice things about me behind my back. So
that's nice.
We're cool with him. I don't know him personally. I've met him once or twice, and he waved at me and smiled at the thing Friday night. So, you know,
it's so dickish to co-opt somebody else's thing.
Like I said, I don't need credit for it, but don't take the credit for yourself.
Yeah, to co-opt somebody else's effort, somebody else's, 20 plus year.
Yeah.
endeavor.
As a matter of fact, Daphne came up to me afterwards and said, I tell this team every single year that you were the one who started this and you are the reason we do all this. And I said, that's so nice. I don't need credit for what you're doing. You guys raised that money and, you did that. And she said,
they need to send you a jacket or something. That's it.
They really do. But I wouldn't wear it because it would say Team WFRE.
Oh, they don't even call it Team Snarky anymore?
No, because I took that name.
Oh,
it was part of the whole poison. It was part of the reason why Doogie Howser PD tried to threaten me with lawyers because I wouldn't stop using the team name.
Yeah, you're doing fundraising,
right? For kids with cancer.
Yeah, and he's going to sue you.
Yeah,
What a fucking gem.
Yeah.
We gonna sue you.
Yeah.
I'm from New York. We're better than you.
Yeah.
That's
What a
basically what
piece
that
of
was.
shit.
The troll is the one who, when I finally got my way and got to keep the team name, and they got their own team name, I had gotten like 70 people or something to sign up for the team before I left. And we sent a letter out, and I was talking about it to my two friends this weekend. And I said, if I remember correctly, and I think I do, I sent an email out to everybody who had signed up, and I was keeping the venom away from the team. It wasn't about them. The venom was between me and the station. And so I sent this email out saying, here's some great news. Now there's 2 teams. You can't go wrong picking either team because we're all in this for the same reason. We're all in this to raise money for St. Jude. So, Team Snarky is going to be a national team now. And then Team WFRE is going to continue to be the local Frederick team. And so, as I said, I thought I remembered this, me being very like, hey, you can't go wrong. And Vicky looked through her emails and went, here's the email that you sent back in 2012. And I was right. I was very like, hey, this is great news. Now we have double the opportunities. The troll sent a separate email to everybody and then talked to people individually about how I was only in it for myself and I was doing it for the wrong reasons. And they were traitors if they abandoned the station to stay with my team. So that first year after I left, my team was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 people.
People confound me.
Yeah. And that was the year that Doogie Howser PD said, well, it's not Jess Wright's Team Snarky. And I said, actually, it is. Would you like a t-shirt?
Actually, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to see the logo?
Would you like a t-shirt that has my name on it right there? And then he said, well, the only reason that you were successful with it is because you had the backing of this radio station. Oh, really? Because we've raised $800,000 since 2012. Only 1 year were we affiliated with a radio station. But okay, keep going about how important your radio station was.
So I think what they all miss in those things is that the station has not a whole lot to do with the success. It's the work behind it that has that's the success.
It's the way that you connect with the people.
It is.
With the listeners.
And the work and the hours and fucking hours. No matter what it is you're involved with in those things, whether it's fucking affiliated with a radio station or it's a heart run, there's lots of successful shit, way successful shit, not affiliated with any sort of media outlet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about the hard work and how they have fucking exactly what you just said, how they approach and how they work within the framework of the people they have involved.
The top individual fundraiser this year that they, because they recognize the top 3 teams and the top 3 individual fundraisers at this dinner, the top fundraiser raised $100,000 by herself, and she was not affiliated with any radio station. The top team, being Team WFRE, raised $121,000, and they had like 50 people on their team.
She raised 100 G. Where was she from? Like what state?
I don't remember where she's from.
Because it would be so great if she was like from fucking some little town.
But she's the top fundraiser every year. She gets bigger and bigger every single year.
She must work her ass. I mean, it's like a life's work for her for some reason.
Yeah.
And, there's probably some deep story in there that would be worth hearing.
Mm-hmm. And my friend was the 3rd highest fundraiser, and she did 13,000.
That's a long way between number 1 and 3,
it is,
right?
But it's impressive as hell.
Oh no, yeah, for sure it is. No, yeah, it absolutely is. But $100,000 solo.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she must do so much shit.
Now, we had somebody on our team one year, actually she was on the team for a couple of years, who raised like $98,000 herself.
God damn.
She did most of it gambling.
Really?
I'm sorry, what?
Yep, she did most of it gambling.
Chris, you need to get her number.
She would play poker.
Telling me I do.
And so she would sit down at these poker tournaments and she would tell the other players that she was playing to raise money for St. Jude. And so she would win a shit ton, and she's one of those people who, like, the good karma, just she's racking up the good karma, because she would walk past a slot machine and it would spit out $5,000. Like
That's good.
She would be playing poker and she would tell the other players that she was going to use her winnings to, for St. Jude. And then even if she didn't win, the player who did would give her half of their winnings to give to St. Jude.
Shut the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of slot machines, Chris, when you were out in Vegas, any good hits?
There was one machine I sat at, and I mean, it was not a winning trip, but there was one machine that I sat at that I'm looking at the pictures right now. First one, it paid $541. Okay. And I put another 20 in the machine. It paid out $583. I sat there for another couple minutes. It paid out $587. Sat there for another 2 minutes. It paid out $698.
Wow.
What?
So I said, maybe it's time to walk away. Maybe it's time to go. So I did from that machine.
Yeah. But in that were those $20 bets or just $20 and then play?
No, $20 and then play $3 a spin.
328 or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
What was it? What game was it? Was it the Chinese tip over the
yes,
bucket of coins?
Exactly. It was one of those Chinese things. I think it was pronounced something like
Yeah. Those are good ones.
Yeah, and it was the firecracker one.
Yeah.
So,
I know yeah. I didn't mean to go. Oh, yeah. No.
Wally-san, you play game?
Firecracker. Yeah, I like
play the slot.
That's a good one. The firecracker, but the firecracker one can go either way.
Yeah, it can fuck you for 20 minutes and have that last purple firecracker not go off.
Yeah,
or they can just blow up instantly, and mine just kept blowing up.
Fucking man.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the people gather behind you and you get somebody standing right fucking behind you waiting for you to get up and leave.
Oh, so and I turned around. Some guy did that after my third win. I said, "Is gambling a fucking spectator sport?"
Yeah, because they want to press you to get the fuck out of there because they want to sit down and see, "Whoa, look at him! I'm going to do it next."
Exactly.
Did you ever play? One of my favorite slot machines was the Titanic. Did you ever see that one?
I see it, but it ends the same way every time. So it's
I like the Titanic because I always like the extra games on some of those. I like when the extra game or the bonus games are interesting and not just a fucking spin.
Well, exactly.
Have something.
I like the spin sometimes. Like the one where the firecracker one when it comes up with a double spin and all that sort of shit. I love that. But what was the one? The goldfish machine, which has got all the different weird bonuses on it.
Yeah, where you're fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the dragon too. The one with the dragon.
The dragon, that's fun.
Spits fire at you.
There was the Willy Wonka game we played when we were up in Connecticut.
I've never seen that one.
Oh yeah, there's every time you push the button to do a spin, it starts playing part of the song. So it's really fucking annoying if you weren't playing it in like a syncopated rhythm.
Right.
Because, you hit the button once again. Mm-hmm.
And then
and then hit the button again.
Mm-hmm. So is there a gold wrapper involved?
You get but you hit the third time, all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. And then it stops. But the bonus game, after any of the bonus games, which are the Oompa Loompas, and they come out, and they raise the screen and they make more rows and shit, and put more wilds and shit in it. And after it spins on that thing, then it comes back and it tries to give you the golden ticket.
Oh.
And if you find the golden ticket, you win $5,000. I have sucked more dicks than I found the golden ticket. Okay.
I believe that to be true.
Actually, it's an even number.
And that's probably not a fad either, is it? That doesn't mean you're in a fad.
Boy, I hope you don't cut that out of the show, Jess, because fuck, that was funny.
I will not cut that out of the show.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't.
I will send all complaints your way.
Yeah, please. It's Chris at fuckoff.com.
That was an honest, just a flub. just a word flub. It had nothing to do with anything real.
That was a fleeting expletive if I've ever heard one.
It was so fantastic because so not that this isn't real life, but in real life, someone's getting fired before the show goes off the air for that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, if you're doing like some fucking newscast and saying, "Oh, his haircut's that's a fad, that haircut," instead of saying that's a fag, that haircut, you'd be done. You wouldn't make it to the weather. You would be gone.
Yep.
They'd have somebody else in there.
There's one of these videos, the video compilations of news bloopers, where a woman's like, now coming up next, we're going to talk to somebody who climbed Mount Everest, but get this, he's gay. And then she says, I don't know why it says that. He's blind.
That's somebody putting that in on purpose.
Absolutely.
That's straight out of Anchorman. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Oh my God.
But that's someone fucking with a teleprompter.
That's straight out of Anchorman.
Right? Yeah. And did you see Anchorman, Wally?
Oh yeah, fucking
okay. So yeah, that's definitely straight out of Anchorman.
Mm-hmm.
Anchorman 2 sucked, by the way. That was just fucking awful.
I don't
movie.
think I bothered to watch Anchorman 2. Oh, maybe I did.
Gary Cole was in it. He looked just like Bill Bixby the way they had him made up. It was pretty funny. But seriously, it looked just fucking like him. But it was just there was no story. There was no premise. It was bullshit.
Mm.
Is that in Anchorman 2? Is that the one that had the dancing?
That's the one where it depends on which version you watched, because there was one version that was the version without the dancing, and then there was Anchorman 2.1, which had the dancing to a song called "It's a Gay Day," and they're dancing all through the newsroom. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
You wouldn't, because you didn't see that version of the movie.
I'm thinking of the one where they have like a West Side Story street gang dance fight or something.
There was one that was in number 1, and it was in number 2 as well.
Oh, was it in both?
They had a different one in number 2.
And the first one, it was like Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, one of the Wilsons. It
was Luke.
Yeah, Luke Wilson.
Yeah.
I can't remember who else was it, but all the news teams were headed up by like a famous actor.
Yeah, and they were I think a few of those guys came from like what the hell is that show? The Jon Stewart show.
The Daily Show.
Yeah, the Daily Show. I think some of those guys came from the Daily Show.
Yeah.
Those guys are fucking funny. The Daily Show. Yeah, the guy who was the cowboy. Who the cowboy?
I'm sending you the link.
He came from the Daily Show.
You can look at the link at your leisure.
By the way, I saw you don't see Vince Vaughn too much and shit anymore. I saw him in something new recently. He was pretty damn good. What happened to Vince Vaughn? Is he an asshole or something? That they stopped working with him? I like his brand of shit. He was really
so do
good.
I think he's great.
Yeah, he's great.
I think he's great. His reactions to things are perfect. And that movie, that breakup movie where they cast Vince D'Onofrio as his brother, was perfect fucking casting.
Oh, he is fucking. He was on the Larry David show. He was on. He was fantastic.
You were like my mother. I forget
the name of the show.
Yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm. But this is like my mother or my grandmother sitting there years ago. All right, shut your mouth. It's time for Angela Lansbury.
By the way,
it's called Murder, She Wrote.
I don't think that there have been as many murders in the state of Maine, in the history of the state of Maine, as there were on Murder, She Wrote in 5
fuck, you're
seasons.
there. You'd know. You're right there.
These fucking shows, like I like some of these shows, not fucking Murder, She Wrote, but I like some of the English stuff. They fucking live in the smallest little fucking towns, and there's a murder every fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's like being over here, Jess, and it's like, ooh, there's a murder 3 times a week in Thurmont, and now some old bitch with a typewriter has to solve it.
But you know, a show I'm watching now. Have you guys seen the show Tracker?
I've not heard of that one.
No.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I kind of like it. It's quick. It's quick paced. There's not a lot of fucking ridiculous dialogue. It's the guy from the handsome guy from what is it, the something, the best, This Is Us, or whatever that show was for a while. The handsome guy.
Oh, This Is Us. Yeah,
Justin.
Yeah,
I've seen the trailer for that.
Yeah, it's
Justin
I like
something.
that show. Yeah, Jody, I like to watch it. It's our we got to watch our story. No, it's one of those shows we will watch together.
Well, and there's the something I'm going to start watching, which I haven't yet, but something called Billions. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, that's kind of old though, right?
It is, but I've never seen it.
No, but that's the good thing. By the way, there are two good things about not watching a lot of this shit, because you can go back and it's like 6 years worth of show to watch.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And another good thing about getting older is
you can't remember when you watched it the first time.
You fucking got it right. You got it right. You go back and you say, fuck, I'm going to go back and watch this. I don't remember any of the shows. Well, I go back and watch them, and I haven't watched them in 2 years. Doesn't matter. I don't remember them anymore. So I can start right from the beginning.
Some of this stuff I remember way too much. Okay. Yes. Just fucking way too much. And I'll watch, oh God, I don't know, Cheers. And I'll know every line in the show.
Oh yeah. I won't know every line. No.
But then I'll turn on something like Three's Company. It's like, oh, this is the episode with a misunderstanding.
Hey,
I know that one.
Jesus.
Oh, that one. That was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The misunderstand. I can do that a little bit with Rockford Files.
Oh, wow.
Like that show. I like that fucking show. But I was thinking the other day, who would make a great, I think that George Clooney would be a good, or even Brad Pitt would be a good new Rockford. They were trying to reboot that show.
It's only a matter of time.
Back.
Were they trying to reboot it?
Yeah, they were trying to reboot it, and it just never came. They couldn't find somebody to be that James Garner kind of character. I think Brad Pitt could. When I look at some of his snarky shit, because that was James Garner's whole thing. He was pretty snarky, always sort of a wry smile. I think he could.
Were they trying to reboot it as a movie or a TV show, though?
No, a TV show.
I don't think getting somebody of Brad Pitt's caliber wanting to do the schedule of a TV show, a regular TV show.
Yeah, maybe
I don't know
not.
if you would do that.
But
look, I never thought Jimmy Caan would do a series TV show, but he did 5 years of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of fucking guys, a lot of men and women who turn to fucking, because now it's Netflix, right?
Yeah.
And there's big money. You can fucking do Netflix, and they don't do 26 episode seasons anymore. It's like 12 episodes.
Yeah.
13 episodes. There's no more of that fucking half the year. It's Perry Mason, and the other half of the year it's Dark Shadows.
Here's the current problem with Netflix, though. They, for a lot of shows, are no longer dropping the whole season at once anymore.
Yeah,
they sucked us in with that. And now they're like, here's the first 6 episodes. Next week, we'll drop 2 more. There's going to be a total of 12, but you can't watch them all yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm noticing this as well. And
did they drop any more episodes of that? God, what the hell was that show? The one with, Tulsa King with Stallone. Did they put any more of those?
No, that's a good fucking show.
Is that just over now or what?
I think it's just over. They fucking, because I've been looking, I go, where's their fucking new Tulsa Kings? None. And I can't understand why, but I think he's probably making more money on it. Aren't they doing the Stallone family reality show or something?
Yeah, but still.
So does that mean I shouldn't watch Tulsa Kings because I'm going to be disappointed that it ends after one season?
No, because it ends on, I won't say a high note, but it ends on a note that makes sense.
Yeah, it's so fun. It was really good. And maybe it'll come back. I mean, some of these fucking shows, you see,
I think it has to.
They're gone for like 8 months, and all of a sudden, it's come back because there was some sort of, scheduling or whatever the hell they're doing. Because
they ended it. They have to do something.
Movies.
Season 2 of Tulsa King from MTV Entertainment Studios and 101 Studios began filming in Oklahoma and Atlanta and is slated to debut in the fall.
Good.
Yeah, it's only been off for a year and a half.
Posted 7 hours ago.
Well,
no shit.
Fantastic.
So somebody else was thinking about this, you're saying?
But MTV there was a show I used to watch with Dagan that was an MTV produced show. MTV has problems with their production. It seems like they do this quite often, or at least with shows like this, because we were watching a show. It was about underworld kind of shit. And it had elves and shit in it. And it was fantastic. And we liked watching it. And then it just disappeared. And then it said, "Oh, we couldn't pull it together. MTV couldn't pull it together, so we're not going to have any more episodes."
Did you say it involved elves?
Yeah, it was like an elven community. Elves. So something
Right.
an 11-year-old boy would like.
And a 60-year-old guy.
Well, I wasn't 60 then. I was a little younger.
All right, good.
He was 55.
53.
Well, I was 58. God damn it. Shut up.
It's kind of, I was talking to a guy a couple days ago, and he was talking about how he is turned 60. And as I'm listening to him talk, I'm thinking, man, when I was 50, even when I was 50, but when I was 30, I'd be like, holy fuck, 60. But when I was 50, I'd be like, 60, that's fucking old. This guy's talking about, I don't care anymore.
I was watching a show the other day where, admittedly, it's for a younger audience, and most of the people on it are younger. But there was a 52-year-old woman on it, and several times the other people would be like, "Well, she's 52. She definitely wouldn't know how to use the social media that way." And I was like, "Go fuck yourself, little whippersnappers! Get off my yard."
Yeah, well, that would be me. But see, I'm 60. 52, I knew how to use it. 60, I don't know how to use 61.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I'm 60. Yeah, I'm 61. What am I talking about?
I don't know.
Holy shit,
As
I don't
a
even know how
general
old
rule.
I am. Holy crap, I don't even know how fucking old I am. I'm feeling older. Feeling older every day. No, I was talking to this guy, and I felt like when he was saying he was 65, I felt like, yeah, 65. Yeah, I'll be okay at 65. I wasn't feeling like, oh fuck, 65.
Mm.
I've started to accept and ease into this thing called age, even though my body doesn't like it. But I'm starting to come around to it. It's fucking heinous, though, you guys.
Yeah.
It's heinous. I mean, Chris, how old are you? 40 what? Chris? Please?
Christopher.
Goddamn mute button. 49 later on this month.
49. Later on this month, you're 49?
Uh-huh.
Wait, when's your birthday?
May 22nd.
Did I know your birthday was that close to my birthday?
Yeah, you mention it every fucking year.
When's your birthday?
That's because I'm old and I can't remember things.
Good job,
Yeah,
you
see?
senile old fuck.
See?
It's the
Yep.
18th.
There
Yours
you
is
go.
the 18th. How old are you going to be, Jess?
52.
50. Oh, you're still so fucking young. God damn.
But I still can't remember that Chris's birthday is right around mine.
That's all right.
And that I ask
damn.
him that every year.
Every year.
God. Well, here's one thing I'm going to say. I still think I look pretty okay for 62, 61.
Mm.
61. I'm not. I've seen some people who are in their 50s who look like fucking shit.
Yeah, I feel
I
pretty
do
good.
you. No question.
What'd you say, Chris?
Said I do you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I got a good ass.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. No, I see people who just look like they've been ridden hard and put up wet a lot of evenings. They just look rough.
That's true.
Even in their 40s, they just look rough. But god damn, I don't understand how people get to. I don't know what part of their life makes them just deteriorate so quickly.
I mean, it's
You
just
know?
people are. It could be environmental. It could be genetic. You just don't know.
No,
There's no reason for. I feel like and I'm not asking for compliments or anything here, but I don't feel like I look like I'm 52, and I hear that a lot. And
Yeah.
I have not done anything. I'm not one of those people that like take super great care of my skin. I stay out of the sun because I have red hair and therefore no pigment in my skin and got skin
you're
cancer
almost
anyway.
translucent.
Yeah.
You're almost translucent.
I am almost
Hey.
translucent, and I
Hey,
got skin
Jess?
cancer anyway, so I stay out of the sun. But
I got a question.
But I smoked for decades.
Are you single?
No.
Chris, if you're going to ask a woman if she's single, you
have to whisper.
Single.
Well, I was trying to whisper, but I wanted my voice to cut through on the phone, Wally.
Putting a little sexy in it. He's putting a little of that sexy twang in it for you, Jess.
But all of that to say, I don't do anything. I have done enough things that should have aged me, that I think I just have good genetics.
Yes, including 2011 to 2013.
Yeah, for sure.
I
2014.
Whatever. Nobody's keeping score.
Yeah.
I think the more you do to yourself.
That actually did age me, Chris. My hair was almost completely gray on the top.
I believe it.
And then the color came back after he left.
I believe it.
That sucks.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Wally.
No, I was going to say, I believe that the more shit you do to yourself when you're younger to make yourself whatever, feel more attractive, I think it fucks you up as you get older. I think
tanning for sure does.
I think the less you do I think my wife looks fucking great for, 62. And I think you look great 52. My wife doesn't wear fucking hardly any makeup, almost never has, doesn't do any of that fucking crazy shit. She does color her hair, but hasn't done anything wackadoodle, hasn't smoked in a long time. I know you haven't smoked in a long time, but I think the more you do,
I only quit smoking 5 years ago.
The plucking and the tucking and all that shit. You've only stopped 5 years ago?
Yep. Did
you notice like a big difference in how you felt?
No, and I feel like that's a big fucking ripoff. I had been
smoking again. Fuck those guys.
Exactly, because I had been exercising already before then. I didn't find any difference in my abilities with exercise or endurance or the way food tastes or smells or the way nothing changed.
Did you cough a lot?
Huh?
When I stopped smoking, I coughed for like 2 weeks.
I don't remember if I did or not. Here's the only thing that has changed since I quit smoking, which is that I used to get bronchitis every year. I had bronchitis this year for the first time since I quit smoking.
So there's a good thing.
Yeah.
And so you were probably exposed to some fucking asshole. You tell us who it is, Jess. We'll send Chris over there.
I don't
He'll
know
take care of
who
this
it is,
for you.
But I was mad.
Yeah.
It was somebody, I guarantee it was somebody at Country Radio Seminar that gave me that shit.
Yeah. The sickly
unwashed masses. Around.
How when you were at Country Radio Seminar, how does the age of people, is it a young, are there a lot of young people involved, or is it?
It's pretty much everybody.
There's
everybody.
Still young people on the radio doing their thing.
Yeah, but most of the people that go to CRS are programmers in some way. They're music directors or program directors.
I mean, you've got 3 age ranges there. You've got the younger folks that are coming into the business. You've got the older established folks in the business, and then you've got Joel Rabb.
Right.
Those are the 3 age ranges, right?
Right.
Okay.
Joel Rabb invented radio.
He did. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people think that Joel is Jewish. He's not. He's actually Italian. His name is Marconi.
Joel Rabb Marconi.
That's correct.
Uh-oh. Well, yeah, we've got a rash of coyotes in the area.
Oh.
They have been singing loudly at night, and they usually start right around now. My guy is out there, so I'm gonna have to call him in.
You hear it in the background. You just hear in the still of the night. And it's the coyotes doing it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you tell when they have a kill. So they must have killed a deer last night or something, because they get crazy.
Wow. Well, on that happy note, I've got a 5:15 I've got to get inside for.
Ciao.
All right.